Well, you know, this is a really nice restaurant. And one of the things that's nice about it, restaurant and bar, everybody's welcome. Doesn't matter where you're from, what planet, what species. The bartender does look a little distressed here. What do you guys think? You agree the bartender looks a little distressed in this picture? Yeah. But you notice he's playing an accordion. I didn't catch that the first time. It's like, wow, what a great concept. An alien playing an accordion. I think he's got enough hands that he can do all the buttons at once. What do you think? Okay. This, of course, it's a family-friendly bar, and so you bring your kids, and you know, this is the next generation. In this case, I'm not sure of what. If it's a steampunk costumer, probably. I keep forgetting I can look at that one. I think Maya is the most interesting. She's clearly not human.
Right.
She's a pseudo-human. I'm not quite sure what she is. Yeah, that's an interesting costume. Actually, the costume is the orange thing. The person is in black and is just normal. You never know what you're going to find walking around the streets. The people in the background seem a little curious about this. They really need to broaden their horizons and get used to seeing things like this. I'm not sure exactly what this is. She's definitely well lit. And she has some pretty prominent teeth. I wouldn't want to be her dentist. Nor would I really want to have to do anything with that airway in the operating room.
Oh, come on, Dr. Doyle. No,
Well, you know, it's an occupational hazard. I'm always going to think about things like that. You know, you have no chin, I'm going to have problems. It's anticipating things, and radar's laughing too hard. I'm going to have to fix something. I think her hair looks quite nice. It looked better in the previous picture than it does in this picture, although the apes are quite nice. I just think about the tangles in that hair and how difficult it is to manage on a daily basis.
Sure.
Yeah, well, you know, it's one of those things. I'm also just looking at the melanoma waiting to happen with that amount of skin exposure. Like I said, occupational hazards. I think about all the medical problems that we're going to have. I think that was Sharon. Really?
Oh, 31 times.
Clearly, this was obtained from the Stanford Blood Bank. You know, they're one of our regional blood banks. I use this stuff all the time, and I like this concept because it serves two purposes at once. It improves your anemia, and it makes everything taste good.
Sure.
This is just wrong on so many levels. I'm sorry. Give me a nice Baldwin or a Steinway. IKEA, I just think that as soon as I start pounding on the keys, it's going to fall apart.
Put it together, then leftover rock.
Yeah, well, you never know. Just blow it all away. But you'll taste great. I have no idea where he's going with this one. This is just a crazy one. Sorry, I've been dealing with too much of this stuff. The real question is actually, is it tea leaves wrapped into these things, or is it just fragments and leftovers, shavings from tea? And then if you're gonna smoke the tea, do you want to have some hot water on the side, or would you rather have your glass of wine? What do you think? You're the tea expert.
I think that if you smoke tea, then yeah, I'm going to interview.
Okay. You remember he has a podcast about tea.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I would say, so do you. Now, on the other hand, I think this is a really great idea. I could see loading these into something. And the only question is, do they melt in the barrel or do they melt in the person you hit?
Yes.
They certainly won't melt in your hand. Yeah, I like that idea. But they still have the red. Do they have the orange as well? Or the brown? Or any of the other colors?
I just want to know if there's a peanut.
Well, yeah, that was going to be my next question. Are these plain M&Ms or are these peanut M&Ms or are they the ones that have the peanut butter in them?
I think they're less flavored.
You think so? Yeah. But I am going to have to acquire some of these for a lot of my friends. They would get a kick out of that. It wasn't quite as frenetic as my predecessor, but we had fun.